What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to World of Warships, where today we're going to be taking a look at a viewer replay sent in by Keegan. I've had this replay for a fair while. He's taking out the tier 10 Japanese cruiser, the Zao, something I've never had the fortune of playing. I'm still on the Miyoko. As you can see on the team, no tier 10 battleships. Enemy does have a Zao, and then some tier 10 destroyers, but otherwise it's tier 8 and 9. It looks like, yeah. So not bad matchmaking. Now before we get into the gameplay too much, the last video I did was, what was it, a week and a bit ago, which was about my new computer, and I said that I was going to be trying to getting back into the swing of things with more regular videos, and while that still very much is the case, I do just want to let you guys know that there are some fairly big personal issues that I'm going through at the moment. I don't want to get into it too much right now, but I will let you guys know when I'm ready. But for the time being, it might not really lend itself to making videos. There's nothing like hugely serious here. No one's died or is dying, nothing like that. But it's still not exactly good stuff. But anyway, so enough of that. Let's go on to the Zao. And as I said, I've never played this thing. I've only ever been on the receiving end. 40,800 hit points. It's the 203mm guns. What's that? 12 of them. So you're a Cleveland with 8-inch guns. What's the rate of fire on these bad boys? Rate of fire 4.4 rounds a minute. Torpedoes. What do we have? 2 launchers on each side. Can't see them. Not sure how many are in there. 76 knots. 21,300 damage on each of them. And they have a range of 8 kilometers, so not quite as long range as some of the other torpedoes you've had in the Japanese cruisers. You know, a lot of those from tier 5 or 6, they reach out to 10, so these are slightly shorter range, but then they are quite fast, so that's always nice. Maximum range 16.2, takes some damage there from whoever, not sure who that was. Top speed 34.5 knots. And we have an Ibuki, we've got armor piercing loaded, so we're going to fire off the front 2 guns. And do we get anything? Only 1 hit, but it was a ricochet. Now, as I said, I've had this replay for a little while. As you can see, Keegan is turning away because it is fairly likely that this Ibuki launched some torpedoes, and there they are. So no trouble dodging those. He switched over to high explosive and did a good amount of damage, 4,000 damage there. Took out torpedo launcher and nearly ready to fire again. So we're just taking the lead, making sure this guy is not going to make any course adjustments. And you can see about 13 seconds on the reload. Unfortunately, that iceberg is going to get in the way, but we do get 1 hit. Some more minor damage. Got an Iowa and another Iowa at 13, and that's not good. He's kind of looks like he must be running a concealment build of some form, because, ooh, take a big hit there, 17,000 damage. But there's not a whole lot you can do because that guy just popped up at 13 kilometers. I think, as I said, he must have the concealment module, possibly even concealment on his captain, because we didn't know he was there until he fired, and at that point we were in a broadside already, so not a whole lot Keegan could have done differently. But he's managed to set 2 fires. I think it was on the turpits. The damage counter is still ticking up, so they haven't been put out just yet, so that's good. Take some more big damage. While the Zao's armor is really good, and still ticking up. So whoever he hit with the fires, was it possibly the Iowa maybe? Either didn't have damage control or hasn't noticed there's 2 fires and hasn't used them yet, because most players will tend to use damage control as soon as there's 2 fires. And as you can see, we're up to nearly 40,000 damage already, and a lot of that is from fires. And no, it was not this Iowa that was on fire. Is he going to take a torpedo? It looks like he might take 1. And indeed he is, so we're just going to keep firing, getting all guns on target. Some pretty good damage there, 3,000 damage done. Another issue I'm having, actually, now that I think of it before I forget, which is actually recording the replays that you guys have sent in more recently, is actually making it impossible. Basically, when I exit World of Warships, I get a black screen. On both my screens, it just goes black. Control Alt Delete, Alt Tab, Alt F4, nothing works. I basically have to restart my computer. And there's a fire on this eye. Where's he going to put it out? Is he going to let it burn? Looks like he's going to let it burn, which is the smart thing to do because there's only one fire. But it just goes a black screen, and the only way to get out of it is to turn my computer off and turn it back on, which is a problem because that means I can't actually get shadow play recordings because I need to be able to stop the replay or stop the recording, which I can't do if the replay ends before I have stopped the recording and the screen goes black. And because there's no timer, you know, there's no UI really for the replays on how much longer is left on a replay, it's sometimes very difficult to judge. So that's another issue I've been having, which is a bit of a problem. So that's another reason why there might not be too many videos until I get this sorted. I don't particularly want to download World of Warships again, because on my slow ass internet it's going to take quite some time, and I don't even know if that'll solve the issue. So I might, just have to see what happens. Try and, if I play World of Warships, in order to quit the game, I actually have to Alt F4 and not hit the exit button. Because if I hit the exit button, it'll give me the black screen. And one fire, not great damage on the turpits. But at least we've got another fire going, and he's only on 10,000 hit points. So if we can get, and now he's on 6. If we can get another fire, maybe another 2 fires, that hit point pool will evaporate really quickly. And there we go. He gets the kill. So I'm guessing someone else managed to do some serious damage, and Keegan's fire just did the last tick or two. And unfortunately, it looks like he might run aground here. He is slowing down, hard to port. Is he going to be able to make it? And here we have a destroyer. It's Gearing, tier 10 American destroyer in his smoke. Could really do with some radar right now. Although Gearing would probably be just out of range for that. I don't think the radar extends as far as 10 kilometers. But I could be wrong because I've never actually used it. I don't have any higher tier cruisers that have it. Because I'm a battleship player. And battleships are what I grinded out to tier 10. Also, because of the issues I've been having, I haven't actually had a chance to play the German battleships yet. I'm still at tier 3. When they came out, I tried to play, but there were 400 people in the queue. No, thank you. I am not doing that. I'm not sitting for 5 minutes to get a game. Now it would have calmed down now, so I must actually give it another try. But as I said, with the issues going on in my personal life right now, gaming has not been a top priority. But sooner or later, and well, probably sooner, we'll get back to it. And I'll start bringing you guys some videos on the German battleships. I do have some replays sent in from you guys, and I really would like to use them. But as I said, that is a bit of an issue right now. So Benson spotted, 11 kilometers. Gearing, there he is, really, really close to this Izuma. I don't know what the Izuma was thinking, because we knew this Gearing was there. But we're going to put some fire down, good damage, set him on fire, and well, the Izuma gave 0 fucks and finished off the Gearing. Now the Benson looks like he's going in for a suicide run on the Izuma. Firing there's torpedoes, but this Izuma is using some pretty good ASD hacks, it looks like, and he's avoided that spread of torpedoes. And don't know, I'm not entirely familiar with the Benson's torpedo layout, so I don't know if he's got another torp salvo from the other side of his ship, and Keegan manages to finish him off. Keegan's actually a fellow South African player, just like me, so he also has to deal with shitty ping, although I don't think he has to deal with shitty packet loss like I do, although hopefully not for too much longer. Still trying to sell the house, but as soon as that's done and I can move out, a nice fiber connection and all my packet loss will go away. So anyway, Iowa on low health, 7,000 hit points. He is repairing, and it looks like the Izuma has been taken out. Keegan's putting some high explosive fire down range because obviously Iowa is angled. Just trying to get a fire. Without a fire we can't quite keep up with the heal. He's up to 11,000 hit points now. Teams are fairly even, and there we go, we got a fire just as he disappears. Other Iowa is now opening fire on us, some more hits there. Firing blind now, turning away. Are we going to dodge these shots? No, we take quite a lot of damage. That was unfortunate. About 12,000 in total, but we're going to heal that up, and we'll see where we are at the end of this. And here is a New Orleans at 11 kilometers who just took a big hit from something. There's the Khabarovsk at 16, engaging the Loyang and killing the Loyang. Too far to really do anything to help that guy out. But as I was saying, teams are fairly equal. 2 battleships on the enemy team, 2 cruisers and 2 destroyers. Keegan's team has 1 battleship, 3 cruisers and 1 destroyer. So the enemy team, I think, has a 1 ship advantage. But Keegan's team does have a points advantage of about 70 points right now, because they have held more caps. Enemy is trying to capture A, but because of the destroyer within A, they're not going to be able to do that. Although it will probably slow down, because I don't think his team will get the points from A so long as it is contested. But anyway, so excuse me, a bit sick at the moment. Iowa turning in full health Iowa, and one with the that survival boost perk up to 82,600 points. I think it's what, 79,000 normally. Torpedoes going in. Iowa kind of knew they were coming, or spotted them thanks to an aircraft. Manages to set them on fire, and Iowa dodges all of that. But the Buki might not be so lucky. Can he squeeze through? Indeed he can. So unfortunately no torpedo hits there from the Shimakaze. And another fire on the Iowa. And indeed he puts it out. So 2 fires. This guy's a 2-fire guy. As soon as he gets 2 fires, he will use his damage control team and put it out. So now we got to hope we can get another one, and hopefully the and there we go, there's another one. There's 3 fires. Did they stick though? It does not look like they stuck, unfortunately, because obviously the damage control team has a 20-second window after you use it where it will still be active, and unfortunately he got 3 fires in 1 salvo while that was still active, which really sucks. And I hate it when that happens when you're playing a cruiser. You set them on fire, they use their damage control, you fire at them again, you set them on fire, it goes out. You fire at them again, you set them on fire, it goes out. You fire at them again, and then as soon as that immunity period is up, you cannot get a fire to save your life. It's really irritating. Sometimes it just feels like the game is trying to troll you. So anyways, still has a points lead. They've had B and C. Enemy did manage to capture A. It's up to 140 points now. He is still detected, and he's just gone invisible. So it could be one of those destroyers. Still 2 on the enemy team. And he is now launching his fighter to see if maybe that can help him spot something. Atago is firing torpedoes at the Buki. Looks like he's firing all of the torpedoes. Looks like he fired from one side, then turned around and fired from the other, because I think that's more than a single broadside of torpedoes. Khabarovsk is still there. Iowa is still there at 15. Just checking which way the Iowa's going. Checking the minimap. We don't really have anything to shoot at right now. But I mean, he's already done a good job. 2 kills, 108 hits. Just shy of 120,000 damage. Which is, you know, not bad at all, in my opinion. I mean, as I said, I've never played the Zao, so I don't know what a good match is. But anytime you do over 100,000 damage, is pretty good, in my opinion. So, not entirely sure where he's going to go right now. I can understand why he doesn't want to kind of charge straight in on his port side, because then he's going to be kind of focused down by the Iowa, the Ibuki, and that other Iowa at 12 kilometers, who is not looking this way. Hooray! So he's going to open fire, and he is of course detected. His detection range is, and he gets Confederate. Looking at the minimap, I think it's 12.5. Iowa manages to thread the needle there. But is that after firing or not? I'm not entirely sure. What's the normal detection range on this ship? Let's see if I can find the detailed stats. Detection... I see 12.6. So yeah, I'm not sure entirely what modules Keegan is running. Obviously it's difficult to know that unless the submitter includes all of that information, which I don't ask for. I don't expect you guys to go through all that effort to try and write down all of the modules and captain skills and that you're using. But he's now trying to move in towards the B cap to go and support his team. Atago, North Carolina. Where's the rest of them though? Because there's one other cruiser somewhere. There he is in G8. Can't see what it is, don't know what it is, but North Carolina 20 kilometers out. This guy could get a little bit closer. Targo is a bit close to the Iowa, in my opinion. You don't really want to be that close to a tier 9 battleship in an Otago. And there goes some shots in from the Iowa, and indeed that's just what I was talking about. Iowa wrecks him. I think he had 11,000 hit points remaining, and it's all gone. One of the remaining Iowas only has 19 hit points, so we can hopefully finish him off soon. Other Iowa that Keegan is targeting right now, and there we go. There goes one of the enemy Iowas. But this one, still 60,000 hit points, 10 kilometers away, so just outside of torpedo range. And it looks like he's going to possibly beach himself, because he's like really, really close to that island, but maybe not. Takes some torpedo hits, gets set on fire, probably flooding. So if he doesn't have a damage control team, he's going to bleed his hit points really, really quickly. Because I think, 2 or 3 torpedoes hit him, and gets high caliber as well. And turning away, he's going to be able to dodge those shots. Gets Witherer. And there we go, the Iowa does indeed run aground. So firing off the rear turrets as we turn back to port to try and get the front turrets on target, try and get another fire. And there we go, 2 fires. Can we get a third? That Iowa is now capturing B, and indeed it looks like we did. And there we go, gets the kill. 155,000 hit points right now, and here is the Benson. So good job to the little Benson for staying alive this long in a tier 10 battle. Only 3 minutes remaining. Good points lead. Keegan's team has nearly 900 points. Enemy team is only 660, just gone over 660. Here is the Ibuki. Can we get one more kill before the match ends? Ibuki is now heading into B to capture that, I guess. Although I imagine he will be dead before he manages to do that. Shots going in from Keegan, turning away. Manages to get decent damage. He could probably get away with armor piercing here. And even with that first salvo. But now it looks like the Ibuki is going to turn away and angle. So now I think he's still keeping a pretty good broadside. So 5,000 damage there. Really nice hit there with the high explosive. This is maybe the point where excuse me again, high explosive would work better. He has switched over to armor piercing, and 2,004 hits, 1 penetration, 4 overpens, if I'm reading that correctly. Now he's coming under fire from the Khabarovsk at 8 kilometers. This guy is fairly brave. Manages to get an incapacitation. He does have, what's that, hydroacoustic search, so maybe he should consider using that. Torpedoes, and it looks like he is going to be able to dodge that quite easily. And just moving in, trying to get spots on the Khabarovsk, and he gets a kill, so 4 kills. On the final one being there on the Ibuki. Enemy team has now captured A, B, and C. So they've pulled it back. They've pulled it back. There's only 60 points in it now, with 1.5 minutes left. He has used his hydroacoustic search. He has 1 minute and 14 seconds to try and spot this guy. He's got high explosive loaded and ready. Here come some torpedoes from the Khabarovsk. Not sure what their range is, but he is accelerating now. There is the Khabarovsk. He's going to fire off the front guns. Ooh, it looks like he turned too much there. Takes one on the nose, 8,000 damage. He's down to 4,300 hit points. He uses his repair party, or his damage control team, should I say, to stop the flooding. Firing again, some good hits. He gets cracking, finishes off the Khabarovsk, his 5th kill of the match. All that remains on the enemy team is the Benson, I believe. And who knows where that little bugger is. So this will take them, they'll be on 900 points soon, 30 seconds remaining. They should be able to do it. Yeah, Benson remaining. A guy even got 2 kills, so not bad. So they've now captured B. And looks like the Otago is actually working together. He's saying go and get A because he's closer, but there's 7 seconds left. They're going to win this, and they're not even going to need to get A. So, a pretty good match. Keegan, thank you very much for sending it in, and I do hope you guys enjoyed watching it. So let's go and have a look at the results. And unfortunately, he only sent in 2 of the 3 screenshots. He sent in the personal score and the detailed report. So we're not going to know where he came in the team, but I'm pretty sure it's a safe bet that he came in first. He earned himself 322,000 credits, 3,000 experience. He got High Caliber, Confederate, Kraken, Witherer. I think that's it. Confederate, yeah, I think. Doing a total of 175,500 damage with 179 target hits, 6 incapacitations, 5 kills, 18 fires, defended a base 13 times, assisted in capture twice, and he completed the cruises and the day cruise mission. As for the detailed report, as we said, 175,500 damage done, 101,000 from his high explosive, only 6,000 from armor piercing, but an additional 68,100 from fires. He did just under 50,000 to an Iowa, 29,000 to Tirpitz, another 21,000 to the Ibuki, 5 kills, an additional 2 damaged enemy vessels. He received 59,000 damage, of which 8,000 was from high explosive, 42,000 was from armor piercing, which were those battleship shells that he couldn't avoid. A little bit more from torpedoes, and then you can see he damaged 4 modules, 4 secondary guns, and shot down 12, or damaged 12 aircraft. I don't think he shot any down. No, he didn't. But anyways, that about covers it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and consider subscribing for more World of Warships, Armored Warfare, and a few other things that are thrown to the mix from time to time. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.